Now, let's come forward to discussing about ethics in public relationship. Public relationship, they are more instrumental. When I say I am a person, I am working somewhere, I am maybe working in a government sector or might be working in a private sector, I maintain a certain kind of relationship with the people. My relationship with the director of the company is something very different from the relationship I share with my colleague who is sitting just next to me, working with me, same post. I share a very different relationship with manager also. So public relationships, we just define what a public relationship. That is they're somewhat very outside my narrow circle of intimacy. My public relationship. Public relationship is a management function that engages monitoring and evaluating these public attitudes, and also public relationship talks about maintaining mutual relations, that what has to be the relation between the organization and its public. I have my children at my home, and suppose if I'll give you a general example, let it be your children are there, you share a certain kind of relationship with them. Now, you are a teacher, you're a school teacher or a college teacher, you will have a very different kind of relationship with them. Now, imagine you are teaching the same age, your children are also 12 years, and the kids that you're teaching are also 12 years. Over here, your relationship is private, they are your own kids. Here, same age bracket, everything, but over here, the relationship is public. And one thing to remember here is that the public relationships are more formal in nature. Not just this, they can be, public can include shareholders, government, consumers, employees, and even the media. So when you are defining public relationship, who all fall under that particular relationship, that has to be very clear. For one instance, I can slap my own kid, right? A little bit hitting, no, please don't do that. Will a teacher be justified doing the same thing in school? See the difference, right? It does not mean that you have to be very cruel on your kids. That is what not the notion is. But I am just talking about in a general sense. Now, whenever management decisions are taken, one thing is important over here, that public relations, they have become a vital, very vital function affecting the management relations and influencing the public opinion, right? Public opinion in any kind of public or private organization. See, the reason why it is that recognition of right of expression and freedom of information is very important. We talk about RTI. What is that? Right to information. There have been advances in telecommunication also. There have been this closed society system that we were living in that has become more open over the time period. Today at my home, sitting at my home, there is somebody sitting in America, there is somebody sitting in Russia, somebody from Antarctica, right? He's posting something on social media. Anybody. I'm able to judge that. It is going to shape my opinion also. Government employing public relation practices these days for staying in power, for developmental tasks. What it is, these are public relations. They have become important. I need something for that, right? So it has public developing these public relations. They have become indispensable for any organization, because you are actually the one responsible for that. You become a civil servant tomorrow, you become a bureaucrat tomorrow. What you are there to serve the people. You will be having a certain kind of relationship with the citizens of the country also. So when I talk about ethics in public relations, they recognize a long-term responsibility and seek to pursue it and to achieve mutual understanding. How? By securing the willing acceptance of attitudes and ideas. And it can only and only succeed when all the policies, they are ethical and means used are truthful. In public relations, the ends can never justify the use of false, harmful, or questionable means, because this is something that cannot be done. When I am saying that today I am an officer or I am this particular person, even the doctor is very honest when he is telling a disease to a patient. The way might be very different. Explaining the person might be very different, but he is very clear. But it is a difficult task actually, that how do we differentiate between ethical and unethical? There can be a lot of situations. Suppose if doctor is talking to a patient who is already, very a kind of person who is not able to tolerate trauma, and he is very weak from inside. Doctor wants to tell him about an illness that he has developed over the time period, and the treatment is there. But doctor finds it very difficult to speak it in front of that particular person. So he says, please call your family members to tomorrow, come with them, okay? And the doctor tries to explain to the family member first, and then family member and doctor, they discuss it with the patient. See that you don't have to get hyper, we will discuss this and it's going to be treatable and curable. Two ways. Directly telling the patient, you have this particular disease, it requires this particular kind of operation, this is that. Two ways. So what is ethically, what is unethical, that is something difficult. So ethics in public relations, it's more of about choosing between the right and wrong options, where I have to keep in mind my conscience also.